Hey guys, I'm Nidoking back with more Space Quest 6. Last time we spent most of our time hunting down an Endodroid for money, and Elmo apparently got stuck when he was trying to tell us that if we can find him a bottle of cold Saurian brandy, he'll give us a cheat sheet for Stooge Fighter III. I've definitely got to have that. Oh look, Space Quest 3, The Pirates of Pestilon is playing. Hopefully you've noticed by now that the marquee will show different titles, and all of the old Space Quest games are available as titles, as well as plenty of other random stuff.
So, Pa, what's the stuff behind you?
Oh, that, eh? Why, that there's the good stuff, sonny. I got some real fine stuff back here. Oh, yeah, I do. That's cold Saurian brandy. That's what that is. Best available in these parts here. Now, it's way out of your price range, I'm sure. It goes for 20 buckazoids per.
20? Ha! I've got 50 burning a hole in my pocket. I don't know why he thinks I wouldn't have 20.
I'd like a bottle of your cold Saurian brandy, please.
Well, so you're interested in the good stuff, eh? I'll just take that 20. Thank you. I haven't sold much of this stuff lately, except for some sorry-looking little pud. Oh, hey, that reminds me. He still owes me some money. Oh, I can't believe I fell for that scam. Oh, well, enjoy. Sucker.
At least that explains why Elmo couldn't come and get it himself. But we've got the brandy now.
It's that cold Saurian brandy Elmo wanted. Yuck! It has a fish floating in the bottom. Oh well, to each their own. Don't mess with it, or the deal might be off.
Yeah, who cares? I've got enough I can afford to buy another bottle.
Roger, you're enough of a mess when you're straight. Getting a buzz will certainly not help.
Hey, find me a time when getting a buzz doesn't help. Alright, maybe if you're planning to drive, I don't know. Anyway, Elmo's always sitting in the same spot once you've got the bottle.
Yes! Mr. Wilco, I'm most pleased you've chosen to do business with us. You're just in time, too. I have another party on his way interested in the same item. Oh, well, his loss. Well, I'll take that off your hands. Now, per our agreement, here's your cheat sheet. I'm certain you'll find the game much more interesting now. Also, you look like you could use this fish. Enjoy, Mr. Wilco. I have a real important business in another part of town. Be seeing ya. Oh, by the way, I'd appreciate if you'd not mention our meeting to anyone. Some of those purple-skulled old stockholders really hold a grudge, okay? Bye-bye.
Well, that was certainly interesting. But hey, at least I've got the cheat sheet now. Let's take a look.
It's the Stooge Fighter III cheat sheet you got from Elmo.
To guarantee a win, the cheat sheet says, when at the choice screen, press the machine's letter buttons in the following order: A, B, B, A, C, A, C, A. Then, be aggressive and attack as much as possible using your new secret weapon.
And yes, that is a thinly veiled message about a certain Swedish rock group you might be familiar with. And what's the story with that fish?
Let's look at it together and see what we can see, okay?
Just a running gag. Oh well. Now that I know the secret to Stooge Fighter III, I can finally beat Jerkwad as his own game. At Stooge Fighter III. Looks like he was getting some practice.
Hi, Mr. Jerkwad. How about another game of Stooge Fighter? I'm feeling a little luckier this time.
You know, kid, I'd really like to, but I need a little more of a challenge. Take a long walk off a short asteroid, okay?
What's the matter? Afraid a measly little pencil-neck, low-life janitor and general waste of human life is going to embarrass you in front of your friends?
Well said.
Hold on there, you little puke. I'm not afraid of some puny little zit on the butt of the universe.
Jerkwad is a scaredy cat. Jerkwad is a scaredy cat.
All right, you little wad of spit. Let's play. I'll waste you. Tell you what. Let's make it interesting. If you win, I'll give you 300 buckazoids. However, if I win, you're mine to do with as I see fit. The deal?
Well, I don't think anything bad actually happens if you lose, but I'm gonna win.
Oh, this is gonna be fun! Oh, you're a bit puny, but I'm sure I'll be able to get a few buckazoids for you over at the slave colony.
I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you quite right. Did you say slave colony?
Too late to back out, Borg breath.
I knew that.
Alright, at the very least, this should go a lot better than the first time. So here's the character select screen. I'll just put in the secret code. And there it is, the special move button.
That bores me so.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. So we'll go ahead and pick Coily Joe, since he's the one that I didn't show the first time. And you can't skip through the instructions, unfortunately. But we don't really care. The only thing is, I don't think there's actually a key you can use for the special attack. You have to click on the button for that.
Ready to rumble!
First, I do want to show his normal moves, if I can.
Oh, a wise guy. Oh,
And he's going right for the special move, of course.
no. Oh,
Nope, I gotta start using the special move myself, or I'm gonna fall behind.
no. See that? Hit that.
There we go. Mine does a lot more damage.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Ah. He's got one more regular move.
Big Mo win.
I'll try to pull that off before I finish this thing.
Rumble.
Alright, so now I just want to do move C and then proceed to beat him with my special move. He's not really giving me an opportunity here.
Oh, no. See that? Hit
There we
that.
go. You gotta duck and then you can use the move.
See that? Hit that.
Alright. Now he's almost finished. I should be able to pull it off. I don't miss the button completely.
See
There.
that? Hit that.
Definitely don't want to lose the second round.
Coily Joe win. Rumble.
Alright, I've learned my lesson. I'm going to start off with the special move at some point.
See that? Hit that.
And now go for move C, because I gotta do this.
Oh,
Walking like an Egyptian, all the kids in the marketplace say, well, 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 well. Walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, I'm just not going to be able to pull that off. And I do at least have to end up winning this thing.
see that? Hit that. Oh, no.
Alright, it's close.
Oh, no.
It's really close.
See that? Hit that.
Alright. And if you use the special attack button, use the finishing move.
Coily Joe wins the match. You loitered him.
That's about as close as it gets.
How lucky can a guy get? That was pure luck. Gee.
Where's my money?
Here. Now, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce, you little lump of phlegm. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my temper, and all that's gonna be left of you is teeth and toenails.
So, that's how the connection comes to the 300 Buckazoids after you've got the cheat sheet. Pretty sure you can't have that conversation without the cheat sheet. But who cares? I can afford a room. That was my goal from the very beginning.
Okay, son, you just scribble your old Bill Shatner on the register screen and I'll get your key card. Just find a room as you'll find on this orb.
You have a brief moment of what you think is cleverness. You decide to wittily sign the name Franzel Neekberm.
Okay, here's your key card. Don't lose it. Room 1220J. Up the elevator. Franzel Neekberm. If I had a Buckazoid for every time I'd seen that name, I'd be sitting pretty. I could afford one of those fancy fur-lined donut thingies that... what was I saying? Anyway, enjoy your stay. If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell someone.
Gee, thanks. Say, could you tell me where...
I'm a real busy guy, son. You got any questions, why don't you just go find the Chamber of Commerce and talk to them. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. Be seeing ya.
Oh, we've got our room, and what's that?
It says, if you have a Buckazoid, give a Buckazoid. If you need a Buckazoid, take a Buckazoid. Not too surprisingly, it's empty.
Oh, maybe I'll just put a Buckazoid in then.
As cool as it would be to interface these two items, no good would come of it.
Alright, I guess I won't do that. Up to the room then. And now we enter an actual interesting part of the game. A cat robot with a laser mounted in it. And it leaves the screen before I can look at it.
Great carpet. This is definitely no place to lose a contact lens. Maybe they're supposed to look that way, but this plant looks like it was dead and buried a long time ago. Can't read that one, but it does look like something you once read in a fortune cookie.
Well, I know the first line says Sierra. Don't know what the second line says.
It's the hotel's not-so-elegant upstairs hallway. It would appear that merging those two items is not a good idea.
What two items? I just have my hand. Oh, well, probably not going to do me much good to stick my security card in the slot.
Nope, doesn't work in this one. Just as you're about to insert the key card so you can go inside and check out your new digs, you notice those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
Well, we was wondering if you'd have any objection to us pounding you senseless. Grab 'em and let's get moving. I gotta report in soon. You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure. You sure ain't gonna be seeing your home son ever again. Hey, Nigel, let's get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to go. Now, Just sit there and be still and be quiet, little man. I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
So here we are, tied up and helpless. Except we can still butt scoot around the room. Could be handy. Anyway, let's get a look at our surroundings.
Due to the planetary location of this unit, it can't keep a steady picture for very long. And, as is universally known, the local cable company will get around to fixing it at their convenience. And who knows, you might get lucky and get another shopping channel or country western station in the process. It's one of those wads of lard you ran into at the inn. This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape. Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead. And her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her. Bandages and patches appear in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way. You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman. Teddy Schmuckspin, a popular children's toy, sits on the floor. If you weren't a popular child, you didn't get one. This little unit is a portable dehumidifier. When you're a guy like Singent, who sweats like a bicranial crud snorter, you need one of these things going all the time. It's Kathy Meyerland, an attractive model with gills from one of those stinky swamp-like planets like Modoria, or Slimyon, or Muxalon 4. It's the popular pin-up alien Krill McPherson, the one that poses all over time pods in Space Piston magazine. Just watch that McPherson strut. This symbol is all the rage among teenagers in the quadrant. None of the adults knows what it means, but it's shorthand for no sign of life.
It's more like sign of no life to me. But whatever.
You don't know what that is, but you keep seeing it above people's garage doors. It must be some sort of anti-theft device. You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see that grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry. A beautiful thick shag carpet of Pelvis Brailsford, the rock and roll programming sensation, adorns the east wall of this grungy apartment. They ripped off an alien crossing sign. How sophomoric. What are you going to talk to him about? The weather? Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are carrying nothing. Nada, zip, zero, zilch.
Well, let's see if we can fix that. There's that key card hanging on the wall.
It's the key ring that doofus hung on the wall after the other doofus left.
Well, we might be able to snag it with our feet.
Hey, what the fu... I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm going to slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
It would have been pretty cool if they made you click the feet on the key card, but oh well. Anyway, we couldn't have used that anyway because he's watching the door. The nail it was hanging on the other hand.
A nail protrudes from the wall. How novel.
That's what I missed in this game, was the funny descriptions of stuff.
You are now a proud nail owner.
And the rest of this is just so Woodruff and the Schnibble.
What, was that supposed to be clever?
Well, I was hoping.
Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs. Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet. That wouldn't prove fulfilling. Her skin feels puffy and rubbery, as if her internal body pressure has risen. It must be regalian bladderwort fever. What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does.
Oh well, but this thing on the back of his head might be useful.
It looks like a plug receptor.
Sort of like the Bjorn, he's got a plug in the back of his head. And you know what that means we can do. Except we don't have a device to turn him off remotely. Kinda surprised he doesn't see Roger over there.
It's that static-laden cheapo polystyrene rug you ripped from the wall.
Static-laden, eh?
You poke it and prod it and generally make it feel like a piece of meat. You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating talents, you feel very satisfied with the location you have chosen.
And once again, we need to rub our feet across the rug to build up a static charge, like in Toonstruck. Only we don't do it with our feet, we do it with our hands, again. Very disappointed they didn't use the alternative cursors for this.
Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
At the same time, as a kid, I thought that was hilarious.
Wow, the static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry. Did you actually think of that, or was it just luck?
I just hope I didn't demagnetize the keycard.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring.
But before we make our way out of the room, there's a few more things I gotta pick up. Like the data quarter.
This is the data quarter you got from that endodroid hunter dude.
And one thing on top of the dehumidifier.
You now possess the Mahdi.
Yeah, I remember Fister talking about Mahdi's, and this is a burlesque.
It's a burlesque Mahdi.
Yeah, I really don't know if that's going to be of much use. But there's one more thing I'm going to need here. And it's sitting on the back of the desk.
There seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here.
See if he's got anything interesting.
Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here.
We'll just keep digging.
The Outpost Project Survival Guide. Successful People Managing Techniques by Carm Trebus. Funny, it's empty. MF-DOS for idiots, morons, and phoebes. Turing Xenon on 5 buckazoids a day. Discovering your inner maggot. How to become assigned to being a corporate creative genius without really trying. This might be worth checking out. It's a copy of Popular Tektronix.
And finally, we found something useful.
It's a somewhat damaged CD-ROM disc.
Alright, let's see what's on it. And it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of interesting articles here. I'm kind of interested in that multiple organism down at the bottom. Alright, not a very interesting article. Matter of fact, most of what's on this disc is not interesting, but it tells us how to make a homing beacon out of a data quarter. except it doesn't give us any of the details. Now, my understanding is that at this point there was supposed to be a cartoon on the disc that gave you the instructions for making a homing beacon out of a data quarter, and you would use it to actually make a homing beacon out of the data quarter we've got. But somewhere in the process of switching creative directors and looking for things to cut from the game, they removed that comic strip because it wasn't very funny. And so the game shipped with no record of how to do it, and they had to add a copy of Popular Janitronics magazine with the solution in it as a logic puzzle. You guys probably don't want to sit through that, so I'll probably do it as a bonus video, and see you guys next time.